do what they say. Oh no, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo-hoo!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Escape to Reality with Justine and
Geneva. How's it going?
It's going awesome, man. Just loving the 90 day, before the 90 days, after the 90 days, through the tunnel, packed through the 90 days, loving it.
That's so good. We are recording today on a beautiful Monday. That is a holiday. Nothing better than Monday where you don't have to be at work.
Somebody would just take my children. That'd be better.
Better than. Would you rather be at work or stuck at home?
I'd rather be at work.
Oh my god. So today we're going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance, Jersey Shore, and we're going to touch a little bit on the new show Mamas on MTV. And I hate the spelling of it. I just have to say the spelling of that show drives me nuts.
What do they spell it like?
It's spelled MAMMAS, like the hipster version of Mamas.
Is it
like,
really? I didn't even
yes.
catch that. Like
it's terrible.
Like three little Goldilocks bears and the mama bear or something.
Yes.
That's annoying.
That's
so
so
the show is beyond annoying, and there's only one. We'll get into it, but that's just. I guess I got a lot of questions. I don't even understand what's going on there, but okay.
Me neither. All right. So first, I think you're gonna give us a little celebrity gossip, right? So what do you got for us?
Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. Number one. I guess I'm sure everyone in the sphere of the world has seen it. Lala Kent is going to be Lala Emmett. She's married to her next little Oompa Loompa. Another Oompa Loompa scooped up another Bravo celebrity. These men just really somehow get them going. It's a gorgeous ring.
Gorgeous.
It looks like a real... It was like up against Britney's because Britney and them are in Vegas together. And Britney's looks like Zale's compared to hers. Hers looks like... It's
amazing.
It's freaking bitchin', man. You know, good for her because she's put in the work.
I think Lala played it just right. She came in at the right time. He went through the divorce. She stuck it out. She got that.
I don't think they drive anywhere. I think they fly from their house to Ralph's. Like, it just seems like they're just they don't even drive anywhere. They're always on a PJ and their PJs.
On a PJ, yeah, on a private jet. You know what? I love Lala, so more power to her.
I love her. No. I'm sorry. I'm not hating. I'm really happy for them. I think it's nice. He could have kept her at girlfriend status. He promoted her because she's just amazing. I do love her, and I'm really happy for her. Her dad passed away. She needed this happiness. That ring is probably, it is one of the most beautiful rings I've ever seen in my life.
It's gorgeous,
he did a good job on that, man. It is gorgeous. Like,
killed it.
Holy shit. I'm happy for them. I really am.
What else you got?
The next one is, I have a soft spot in my heart for Wiz Khalifa. I don't know why. I just have always had a soft spot for him. Kardashian's one of the cutest kids on the planet. He's going to put Kardashians to shame. He's going to put the Beyoncés to shame. I mean, no offense to Beyonce. I'm sorry. Now that the kids, maybe they might be super cute. They might be super cute. But Sebastian honestly has it. He's got it, man. He is the number one kid on the playground. He's adorable. I mean, to me, he's the number one kid in Hollywood. I just think Wiz Khalifa might not look like your average father, but he's trying to do right for his kid. And you know what? It's not always the people that look picture perfect, Wiz Khalifa's getting shit because he let him take the school bus to school. And he said first day of kindergarten, rode the bus and everything, which I appreciate. People are saying father of the year, blah, 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 rode the bus, take your kid to school. What? I rode the bus, okay? I feel like it is a rite of passage. Kids need to go through that shit. Even little Bash, he's got to go through it, okay? And Wiz said, to all the people asking why I would let my son ride the bus because I'm rich, because being rich don't got nothing to do with a child's experience. I think that was nice. I think that's sweet. I just really like him. I don't know.
I just don't understand why people would give a shit about him.
But in California, a lot of kids don't ride the bus. Like, I don't think my kids will ever ride a bus. Mm-hmm. So I do find it interesting. I don't know where, maybe in Beverly Hills, kids are riding buses. They're probably Mercedes buses, And I think it's sweet. I just love him. I don't know.
You got anything else for the gossip?
That's it. We'll move into 90 Days. We got lots to say about that.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna dive into 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. We'll start with the first couple they showed, which was John and Rachel.
Oh my god.
So he.
Oh my god.
They head out to meet his friends for the first time, and she says she's never left the baby with anyone, and she leaves the baby with the mom without any knowledge of like what she's like taking care of a kid. Would you do that with your children? Like leave them with?
No, that would no. That made me really nervous. And maybe there was a camera person there or something too. I don't know. But it was just creepy. I don't know. And then she's like, "It's at your discretion. If she cries for 10 minutes, just get like holy shit."
Like,
my kids like.
Instructions.
But I just think that these women are so desperate for love that they make questionable decisions. But I think at the end of the day, she's a good mom. But this guy is so aggressive. You can't have two daughters around. What if he takes them to the grocery store and some guy just sets him off, and then he ends up in jail because he cracks some head open in front of them just because he bumped into the little girl wrong. Like, the guy's got issues.
Yeah, no. So they go to meet John's friends, who his two friends seem so dumb.
Oh my god, that
just
was
like
fun.
John. They seem like a dumbass. They asked what they think about her, and they said she's a decent girl, and the other friend's like, decent? Like, it's like, if somebody describes me as a decent girl, I feel like that's just like, you're just kind of middle of the road. It's
like gross, yeah. Nobody wants to be decent,
right? And then he keeps referring to John as a mental case, and he keeps saying like he wants a relationship over the pond. And, like, no one says over the pond.
I don't know. I've never been over the pond. Right? That one in the light suit was hilarious.
Oh my God.
So it sounds like John stole his girlfriend after 10 years or something like that. Did you catch that? He's like, oh, and John stole your girlfriend of 10 years.
Yeah,
Did you catch that?
Yes, I feel like those are not the friends you want representing you at a meeting where you're trying to
I don't think
impress
John
people.
has any friends. I think that's like what he scraped up bottom of the barrel, and he runs into them after he's already started drinking a 6-pack, and he's ready to just punch the wall.
She goes, was your last arrest 2 or 3 years ago or 10? And the friends just changed the subject immediately.
And the friend's like, what does that mean, a few years? And the other friend like hits him. It's like, come on, the guy, like, either he let him bang Rachel, he'll probably be a better pick. At least he can across the pond.
Right. And then John and Rachel have a conversation the next day where he admits that he got into 50 to 60 fights.
Was it 50 to 60?
Yes.
I couldn't tell if he said 15 to 16.
No, 50 to 60 to 60.
Way.
And that 5 were moved to convictions.
No.
Yes, 50 to 60.
Okay, she's dumb. I hate her. She's a bad mother then. You are a bad mother.
He also said, like, I'm not violent, I'm protective. Which sounds
you're
like
psychotic.
You're violent.
And how are you not in jail? How?
50 to 60 fights?
You belong to be caged up. You shouldn't even be allowed to be out in public. They should just slide food under the door for you. You're an animal. How does that even happen?
I know, it's crazy. And he was acting like, I was raised in an environment where you just had to fight your way out. I'm like,
where are you living?
Where do you think you're living?
The circus?
Like,
I don't understand.
The circus.
He's like, I'm going to get stamped on by these elephants if I don't beat the shit out of them.
It's crazy. So, I mean, it ends with him telling her, she's like, you won't do this anymore, right? And he's like, no.
Oh, you won't do this, right?
Right. And she's like, okay, well, then fine. But, he's obviously not going to get a fucking visa. There's no way.
I would be like, can I see your thing? Paul's has to show the dad in Brazil or whatever. I think she has a right to look at it.
Agreed.
And you have 2 little daughters. This guy, 50?
Ridiculous.
No way. This guy's mentally ill. I'm sorry. And he's on a karaoke app that even shows it more. I love the friends' faces after they were like, a karaoke app? What the fuck are you talking about? They couldn't believe it. It was bizarre. The friends were great. I love the sister. I wish they would bring the sister back too.
Me too. I think, it looks like next week she's crying about leaving. I mean, I think you may be right. I think you said a couple weeks ago that she's probably going to end up there. I think she is. If she can get the other kid to leave.
50 to 60 fights?
I know.
That's incredible. That's like more days than he's lived. I don't understand how you can get in that many fights and not end up in jail at all.
I mean, I think he was convicted. I think he said he faced 5 court cases or something, either 5.
And he was like, I never went to prison, but I definitely paid for it.
It's crazy. That was a weird accent.
And he's got this freaking the beard, and it's just gross.
Do you have any other John or Rachel thoughts?
Let's go bathe the baby. I don't mind her. Like, I'd talk to her at work and be interested in her fucked up life, you know, but I just would never answer her calls after hours. But she's an interesting person. I can't even understand. She needs to get the fuck on the plane and
get out of there.
Never go on another karaoke app again.
Yeah. Let's move into Karinneenee and Paul in Brazil. It starts with them walking to a nice outdoor dining situation. I don't know if you noticed this, but they're like,
it was like in the middle of the alley.
Yeah, they were like in the middle of a road having a dinner. Like there's literally like cars driving by them. It wasn't
I didn't
even
understand that. There's
so
dogs
weird.
back there, and she's just.
And they're in a fight. They're fighting through a translation app again.
I thought it'd be funny if we came back this week and Kareenie's 9 months pregnant.
I know, right?
It would have made me laugh.
What concerned me about this episode, or about their little storyline this week, is so throughout it, essentially, is Karinneenee and Paul are fighting when they're alone, and he's on her ass about cleaning. And he keeps saying, like, "Have you washed a dish?" Right. He keeps saying, "I get very vocal with her." He said probably 3 or 4 times that he gets very vocal, which to me, I think he's probably being abusive. Like the vibe I got
screaming at
was
her.
that, yes,
yeah, he
that,
is
like,
a psycho killer.
He's a psycho for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna burn this house down. I've done it before.
Right, and he agrees. They agree that he's gonna become a completely different person and change in 1 week when they get married. So it seems like everything's gonna be great. People, do not worry.
And the dad's like, "Do you want to get married?" She's sobbing. She's like, "Yes."
I know. Obviously, she doesn't. Yeah, they meet with the parents.
She just wants out of this country.
She wants out so bad. She doesn't care who it's with. They bring a translator to the. I just kept feeling like
finally he sprung for a translator.
Right? And the poor guy's like, imagine being a translator. Usually you're translating like, I don't know, like a meeting.
Oh my
or
God,
and
that's
this guy's
amazing.
like real emotional shit, just translating.
That's the type of translator I want to be.
Right. And like the mom, to me, she looked like she knows her daughter is getting like mentally or emotionally abused. Like I feel like she knows it's a bad situation. And like Paul just keeps
gotta
saying,
pay for that green card somehow,
right?
I'll take some mental abuse.
He keeps saying that he's vocal and angry. He just like that. He said that like 5 times throughout his episode, so I thought it was weird. Like
he is crazy. He's yelling at her. He's like, "I brought you those unicorn slippers, bitch.
Right?
I brought you that shit pillow."
Yep.
And
exactly.
he's just crazy. I just love how he's like in the park and he's got some other guy up with his muscles and he's like, "Look at these emojis you put." And like social media is just making people crazy. It's just it's just making people nuts to the point where grown men are like fighting over other grown men's muscles. It's just funny. It's really funny, and it's a whole thing. Like then later in the show, Michael and Angela with the Facebook. Yep. It's just like social media probably
of fights.
Divorce court must hate social media.
Right. Also, I have to say though, this translation app that they use. Like, why can't Siri get the technology of this translation app? Like, it literally translates everything perfectly. It's, like, amazing. I don't get what app it is.
I've never really used a translation app. You've had to travel. I'm sure you've probably had those.
I've tried, and they suck. This one's, like,
really? That's pretty decent. She's, like, very good. They're laughing with each other. They're, like, having a conversation. Right. And how do you fight when you have like a second pause, like to just calm down, be like, "Yeah, you motherfucker,"
right? And then you have to wait for it to translate.
And then it's just like that would be like I need that in my life, I need that second pause.
I know. She goes and gets a wedding dress, and I just have to her mom when she was trying to undress
the ugliest
was so
wedding
sad
dress
to me. It was heartbreaking. Her mother was so emotional. It was terrible. She knew she was making a bad choice.
She's like, "I want to go to America."
My God,
you bitch. Get me in that white dress.
Yeah, we'll see if they actually get married. It looks like she almost no-shows to the wedding, but that's probably just editing. We'll see next week.
And they're sitting down. I love it. It's like, come on, sit down. Let's get married.
Yeah, right? Come on.
He looked kind of cute in the suit,
Oh, God. You and Paul, I think I can't believe you've been mildly
He's trying, how bad's he yelling at her? I'd be yelling at her, too. She's driving me crazy. Wash a dish, bitch. What do you think I'm doing here? I brought you all this shit. Clean up.
He also said Warsh. Her one task was wash the dishes. I'm like, Jesus, you are somebody who would say wash.
You are so backdoor. When you say wash, you're fucked.
You're so country. All right. Okay, so next up is Ricky It used to be Melissa. Now it's Jimena. I can't wait to talk. This was the ultimate.
My God. He is the star of my show.
Right?
It's funny how the favorites shift.
It's amazing. Because last week I was like, he is such a lame. And then he had this chick on the bench he just brings up. And she's completely down.
My God.
Came to Colombia to meet Melissa. Melissa just ghosts on him and doesn't respond.
I'm sorry if this is not politically correct.
Okay.
But Melissa has a penis. And that's why I think she's never coming back.
No, that's not
now,
it.
this other woman is so much more feminine.
Jimena?
And I would have picked Jimena from the get. You know, she's actually has a real picture.
Well, she
hopped on a plane for you, Ricky.
I know. He mentions he was on Colombian Cupid, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Yes,
so that's where he
I
met
know.
her.
What a creeper. What a creeper. What is he? Is he Colombian or just
No, I think he's just like some kind of Latin. I don't know. He said that no word from Melissa. He was texting her every single hour, which is extremely creepy, like stalkerish.
Oh my God. Melissa's studying.
Like, Melissa's doing homework for her universidad. He says like he's gonna be there for 2 weeks, which what the fuck? 2 weeks, then he's like, maybe I'm wasting my time.
Go home, like, Ricky. Go home. What are you doing? Well, I'm glad now he'll be with Jimena. So I'm happy for him.
So
but I feel bad for Jimena.
What I thought was hilarious that I've noticed with him throughout is that he does the thing where when he texts somebody, he immediately puts his phone face down. I don't know if you've ever done this, but like if you're waiting
like
for
it didn't happen.
Yes. Like you're waiting for a response for someone, but you don't want to act like you're checking your phone every 2 minutes. He always has his phone face down when he gets the ding. He's like, oh my God, here we go.
It's like an anxiety thing or something too,
totally.
you know?
So
and he doesn't have pit stains in those shirts. I was impressed with that, you know?
Yeah. He says...
he must have some good deodorant on.
He says Jimena, before he's even met her, he's like, she could be the love of my life. I'm like, what the hell?
She's adorable, and I hope she
cute.
gets to America and leaves your fat ass.
That he made the trip to meet her, so he hasn't told her about Melissa.
What a piece of shit, you know? Yeah, and like, what is she so dumb? All of a sudden, he just hopped on a plane for you, Jimena.
I think he has much better game than I thought. The fact that he has this other chick just roll in.
And these women are desperate. She's never met another American, and this American's here. She's ready for that American. She's ready to hop on the plane.
She thinks that he's like amazing. So we'll see what happens. It looks like next episode he's going to tell her.
She's ready to be trumped up.
She's ready to be trumped up. Perfect segue. Do you have anything else on Ricky, Melissa, Jimena?
I think she's gorgeous. I think he's an asshole, and I wonder how long it's going to take him to buck up. He'll never tell her. He's such a pussy. So, he's always like, for the next forever. So now Ricky, it turns in. So now they get rid of Melissa. Now his story turns into a Jimena. And so I wonder if the producers set this up or if he really did do it. It's just interesting. Very entertaining. I'm really happy with the way that the show went because, he's entertaining. I love how he's like, oops, I sent a real sexual message. Didn't mean that. And then when she shows up, it's just like, it's not even, I'd be so creeped out if I met someone, they flew all the way there. Then I get there and it's just like sexed up. Like Tyler hasn't even made things that sexual before. And this is the first time you're meeting someone.
I know, with the creepy,
it was
like,
creepy.
Rose
and
petals.
she was all down for it.
I know,
that's why
was
she's like, wants that green card, you know?
Yep. All right, let's talk Angela and Michael. I just have to say their storyline for me.
I love Michael. I'm in love with Michael too. It's a fight between Paul and Michael. It's The Bachelor. I don't know which one I'm going to take.
Terrible taste. Their storyline to me went from entertaining to like sad. I think like it's starting to turn.
I love it. I love it.
So it starts with immediately she's yelling about her cigarettes. That's how their episode.
Oh my God. I'm going to smoke it.
She's like, I'm going to smoke another one, Michael. I'm going to smoke it.
I'm an independent woman.
She's crazy.
I want to smoke, Michael.
And they're fighting. So they're fighting.
Okay, Angela. Okay, Angela. Don't make a scene, Angela.
She goes to like get dressed to go meet his friends, and she has like her tits hanging out and her bra strap approach.
Oh my
and
God.
And she goes, no, she goes, this doesn't look like a hooch.
Is this
from where
appropriate?
I'm from. I'm like, it doesn't look like a hooch, doesn't it? I think it does.
Oh my God. You can't hooch anything up, honey. Nobody wants to be a hooch, you have to be sexual. And nobody wants to fuck you. Okay, well, maybe somebody does. I'm sure somebody does. The poor guy driving the little tut-tut doesn't, but...
She starts straight. Did you see where he started helping her straighten her hair? He was like,
oh my God,
like,
that's disgusting.
God,
it looks like it's going to fall
weird.
out.
Ugh, it's so fried. So she emerges her outfit that she leaves in where she's like, is this better? She's wearing a shirt that says flawless on it.
At first, she's got like a dress. She's got an outfit on like she's Ariana Grande going to Aretha Franklin's funeral.
Totally.
Does she not have any friends? Ariana, that was inappropriate and disrespectful to the queen that is Aretha Franklin, in my opinion. That pissed me off.
Yeah, it was very short.
You don't put a dress like that on to go to Aretha Franklin's funeral. Aretha Franklin doesn't even want you there. She wants somebody who... it pissed me off.
Yeah.
And then the pastor's feeling her up. What kind
terrible.
of joke are they making out of her funeral? It was weird.
It was so
Anyway.
creepy. All right, so back to
Onward
Angela
and
Michael.
onward.
So they go to meet his friends, which was a very awkward situation. She asked about girlfriends. And
Oh my
all three
God,
of the
I
guys
love
were
it.
silent.
So that must be like a thing, a producer thing. They got to go meet the friends, which is great.
I think so. It gives good.
I like it.
The friends asked.
They were
him-
all hot too, you know.
Yeah. The friend asks Michael
Such a hornball.
He asks what turns you on, and he goes, she'll take care of me. So now we have two people, Hazel and him, who've just fully admitted all they want is the green card.
Oh my God. I feel like he might be in love a little bit, but he is like, I will have a nice life in America.
Yeah,
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. For him, it's about her and America. It's not about her. It's
See,
about her
Angela
getting-
will get all the African garb, and she'll go, or the clothing. She'll go home and she'll wear it in America like a real bitch. That's what American women do. She'll come home and she'll be like, "Oh, we had a great time,"
With her
but
hair
over
in
in Africa,
braids.
she's like, "Fuck you! I'm not wearing that shit," And then she's like, "I'm part of your culture."
Right. She'll have her hair in like the braids, the plaits.
She is so trumped up. She is like a cartoon character
I
with those
just-
big tits and those skinny legs. It's interesting how women get like that.
Yeah, her body's crazy. Also, it just looks like everywhere they go is hot as shit. Like, it looks terrible to me. Like, they go.
I love
they
how
go-
he's
sweating. He's like wiping off her sweat
it's
everywhere
disgusting. And there's no air conditioning, and there's flies everywhere. It looks like hell. I would fuck Angela to get out of there too. And she's masculine. That's how he describes her.
they go. Yeah,
Oh
that's the
my
second
God.
time. Once after sex, and this is the second time where he's describing.
Oh
her
my
as
God.
masculine. It's
After
so
sex,
creepy.
I forgot about that. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Ugh.
She's masculine.
I think there's
Yeah.
no way they make it. Like, no way. They're not even getting to the 90 days, I don't think. I really don't think they are.
Sadly, I love him too. And I got to watch out for Michael's heart,
I think Michael will be all right. I think he'll be all right.
Angela is hilarious. I really, honestly, I want to see her in love. I don't like bitch Angela. I want to see Angela like seriously in love with somebody, but I don't think she'll ever be in love with somebody.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see what happens with them. Okay, on to, I think, I just love this Tariq guy. So Tariq and
Oh
Hazel
my
in Manila.
God. Poor Hazel.
He's such a creep to me. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a couple times this episode where he's like looking.
He's
His face
nuts.
like makes these creepy fucking looks. He looks like a complete
Like he's
weirdo.
going to lick his lips like in a creepy way, not in a cute LL
No,
way.
yeah, the way he looks at her is like just absolutely creepy.
It's like she just looks too young for him. She looks like a sweet little girl. She's got a baby. She's got a son. She's desperate to get her kid back or something. So she's going to marry this guy and she thinks she's going to get her kid back, I think.
I don't know. I just thought that so his brother, Tariq's brother, rolls out to Manila. Like,
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
I loved,
the
he's
brother
crazy.
Was the brother's
And
100% right, I think.
Why is he
about-
there though
I don't
screaming
know.
like that?
It's
I
weird.
mean,
And sweating. Another
poor Tariq.
just
Especially, everyone's so hot in this show. The poor cameraman.
I know, it just looks like they're in hell.
And if he's like your dad, why are you screaming at him like that?
I don't know. So yeah, the brother kind of interrogates her. I mean, I felt like Hazel, she didn't say a fucking word though. She said nothing, which was very weird.
I'm not surprised.
yeah,
That guy's got a strong energy, and she can't even barely speak
Did you
English.
realize she had a kid? I did not know she had a kid. I
I remember
missed that.
them saying that,
Oh, okay.
and it's just sad. Yeah.
Well, also Tariq says bringing my brother to Manila was the worst decision I've ever made. I'm like,
Um,
really?
yeah.
Is it not this decision to be in Manila with Hazel? Like, that's not the worst.
And I think
decision?
you've made a lot of questionable decisions to get to this place in
Exactly.
life,
I have to comment on
and
his
your fashion.
continual fashion. Yes, exactly. The latest one where he meets the brother, he's wearing a wife beater with a sheer netted like a little t-shirt over it. Like, what was that?
Oh my God,
It was
he
hideous.
is incredible.
With white
It's-
shorts. It was like the worst.
I don't know where he comes up with this shit.
I don't either. I mean, I think it just like the whole situation between the two of them is very sad. He's sad to me. She's sad. It's just all depressing as fuck.
His is the saddest, and he looks so desperate and so creepy. Like
so creepy.
I don't know what he's getting out of this, and he could find a girl working at 7-Eleven or something. He could.
Maybe. We'll
he
see
really
what
could.
happens. I think the brother, I don't know
he's
why.
He's not ugly. He could find somebody. He's got enough. I just don't understand. It's a fetish or something, and they want to like help these. Yeah,
he's fully into it. I think.
Right, and then they want to like have something on these people, and so that's maybe why they sign up for this shit. I don't know. How do they? Yeah.
Last couple, Darcy and Jesse.
Oh my God, those poor daughters.
Is just fight. They fight, make up, fight. They always start fighting over something completely ridiculous and petty.
What was the word that she was saying about cutting it? You have to.
Oh, on the bias, which is like.
You have to cut the bias. It looked like they were going to cut to it, and she'd just be cutting that for years. Like, yeah, and shaking. You have to cut it on the bias. She was really nuts, and he's not as mature as he seems.
No, definitely not. They were supposed to go buy ingredients for the dinner for for her daughters, and when they got to the
poor daughters,
when they finally made it to the store, I don't know if you saw this. They were like talking to the meat guys. She was like, "Oh, steak.
Yes,
my daughters love steak. Oh, how old are they?" Like the meat man was
that
like,
was enough.
Shoot me. Like I don't want to.
That was enough steak for the neighborhood. It was disgusting. What are your daughters eating? Like they're gonna chow down grab it with their hands and start ripping it apart with their teeth, and then
yeah, so they cook. They attempt to cook.
And then he's like, "Those are her kids, not my kids."
Right,
it's like,
right.
Awkward.
Like the meat guy's like, "I give a fuck. Here are your steaks. Let's fucking go."
Oh my God.
So they have dinner with the
Darcy,
kids.
give me your number. You can have some of my meat. That's probably what he's thinking.
Whatever. So they have dinner.
What
with
does
the
he
kids.
want out of this? Why is he here?
I don't know. That's what I can't figure out. I can't figure it out at all.
The poor girls are another sweet daughters, another poor Danielle Staub situation. She's better than Danielle Staub, maybe a tiny bit, but
Jesse, he was like, when they were starting to cook dinner, he was like, it's just we try to do things as a family, but I feel like the outsider. I'm like, no shit.
Oh,
you are the fucking outsider. You're a random 24-year-old from Amsterdam. Like, you're not part of the family. I just...
You're a plenty of fish that went too far. I mean, this is weird, dude.
They start fighting after, in front of the kids, right? And so that's
I'm going to cook the rice and you cook the steak. We're such a great team.
Right, and he's cooking the steak in like a pan, like not even getting a sear on it.
What is going on? It makes me want to barf. It looked disgusting.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's like, her eyes start to flicker. Like, I have to be a good mom now. It's like, yeah, maybe she realizes that like you guys are causing a scene in front of her daughters and it bothers her. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and then she's like cutting the steak on a bias. It looked disgusting. Like it looked.
Oh my God! She was like going. I worked at restaurants, and then she'll like go out and fight. She's like, why? Because you have to cut the meat on a bias? Because I worked at a restaurant. It's like. I've just
never seen two people more easily triggered over minor things than the two of them.
Why are they together?
It's insane. I don't know.
Why?
It's like. And it's like every day, there hasn't been one full day of them where they've actually had a good day. Every day they fight over something and get into a massive, And
the daughters are so cute, and yeah,
it's a bad situation.
I can't even imagine
Ayoko, their names, Aspen and Ayoko.
Oh my God! And then they're like coming to the door. Yeah. Oh my! It's like, what terrible. Did Kamora Lee Simmons name her kids? Oh, I'll name them that.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't understand it. I feel bad for these kids.
Me too.
Reality TV is just opening up the bad parenting decisions of America, and it's really fucked up. And these kids are either going to turn out better because all these parents are so desperate. Like, I don't understand. It's really bizarre. Can't you just date like Jennifer Gardner does, and they drop you off at the door, you meet him somewhere. She does it right, I bet.
Yeah, probably. Well, we'll see what happens.
Not Darcy.
Yeah, Darcy does not play it right. All right, should we move on to Jersey Shore?
Yes, I just can't wait. How many more episodes? How long does this go on for?
I don't know. I hope it's could just continue. I hope it rolls right into 90 Day. Like, I hope we just have
I'm worried. And then they have 90 days to get married.
Yes.
Or to get engaged.
I think when they're engaged, they have 90 days before they can get married, I think. Yeah.
Okay,
so
we'll have to see.
we're
But
gonna
it's really
see.
interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
who's your favorite? Who's your favorite couple of the week?
Of the week? I mean, my favorite person of the week's got to be Ricky. The way he turned that around was amazing. I feel like it was just next level. So I got to give it to Ricky.
Ricky was the most entertaining.
100%.
Yeah.
He played that shit like a champ. I thought he was a complete loser, and he came through
Ricky-
with the side chick. So he gets my
Ricky
vote.
is turned around for me, and so has Tariq, because the
Okay.
brother, as crazy as he is, was
Yeah.
very entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, let's
All right.
move to Jersey Shore.
I almost don't even want to talk about it because it's so depressing.
Oh my God.
You know?
So the episode
I can't even.
is mainly about Ronnie and his baby mom continuing the drama. It starts with Jenny JWoww yelling, "You got a crazy bitch pregnant," which I think pretty much
Oh
says it all.
my God. That crazy bitch is going to be at your door with a knife, Jenny.
Right. So Ronnie's like saying how he feels like a prisoner. And Pauly
Poor
D.
guy.
I just felt like Pauly D had such
Is
good
he
advice.
drunk or is he on something? Was Ronnie shit-faced? Was he on the pills? Because
Well,
he doesn't seem
so
all there.
What I've been thinking though is when I think back on this show, he's always super emotional. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
feel like this is just who Ronnie is. Like he's kind of
Yeah.
a mess, and I think
Yeah.
he feels.
I
more-
honestly don't think everybody needs to be on medication, but I think he needs help.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just think he definitely needs to get an attorney because the situation is not good.
They're together still. They're
yeah.
together.
It's insane. It's so depressing.
I knew it. And they're together. They're like on vacation.
Ugh,
They're
God.
together.
What is wrong with him? He's like he must get off on like being in a toxic relationship. I mean, that's his whole history is bad relationships. You
I
know,
wonder what his
crazy.
family history is. It's interesting because, you know, Pauly is got his shit together, and that is why you don't hear about the baby mama. You know, he just keeps her quiet and does the right thing by her, I'm sure. So, and I don't even know who she is. I don't even know who the baby mama is with Pauly. That's the difference between them. He does the
Yeah.
right thing.
Right.
Ronnie does not.
Right.
You know, and I saw an Instagram post one time and their baby was sick and they were at the doctor or something and they just, both their eyes looked bloodshot like they were out partying and their baby wasn't feeling good. And it just is so, when a baby's that little and they have a fever, it's just so scary. And it just bothers me that these people don't care about this baby.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
they do, but I don't know. I
mean, it's
it
not
makes me
at a certain
scared.
point. It's like, but see, this is the thing. This is what I always think about is that there's fucked up people raising kids everywhere, right?
I
It's
know,
terrible for
I
the
know.
kid, but it's like kids are very resilient, and of course,
I
whatever
know.
her name is going to be fucked up as she gets older. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying she's the worst mom ever,
She's
but
pretty
she just
fucking
walks in at the very end. She walks in
like
with
a
that,
psycho.
like the girl dressed like in porno military garb, you know,
Yep.
and it just was really bizarre. And
Yeah.
she's bad news, and I can't believe after this is taped that they're still together.
I know, it's so crazy. Yeah. Well, I think.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. I'm sorry, I just
Well, no, I
bizarre.
mean, there's not really. We don't have to go through.
Pauly,
it, I
you know,
think.
Pauly is just a good person. He tries to give good advice, but you know, Ronnie wants to listen, but you know.
Pauly is
He
definitely the
can't.
voice of reason. Like he just gives people advice without judgment, which I think is, you know, it's a good quality to have, to be able to just say stuff straight up and not like, you need to do this. He's
Yeah.
like, if I were you, I would da 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 da. This is what I did. And I think he's just a good friend.
God, I just love him.
I also love Mike. So Mike went to the buffet solo. Did you see this in the
Oh
morning?
my. Okay,
He
so
got
Mike
up.
could go across the country,
Yeah.
he could visit buffets and tell me which ones he likes the best.
Right?
I don't care.
I would watch
He
that.
doesn't gross me. There's people that gross me out watching him eat. He doesn't
No.
gross me out.
No, me neither. He wears a hat, living my best life as he's solo at the buffet, and then he goes immediately back to bed. No one even knows he went. I just loved it so
I
much.
love him so much. And I can
So
just
good.
feel his full belly and how
Yep.
good it feels to go to bed after you've stuffed yourself in a buffet.
Yep.
That's great.
I also
That's a good
love-
feeling.
I also love when they're all talking about the Ronnie shit. Like again, he's just pounding Doritos in the corner. Like,
oh my God.
he's so good.
He's the best. He's the best. And the quote off, that was pretty good. I thought that was funny.
yeah, I love them. They're so cute. So Ronnie finally goes to meet with an attorney after like crying for 24 hours. And while he's gone, Jen, the baby mom, rolls in. So that's what you were talking about earlier.
Oh my God.
Just rolls into the room like a complete fucking psycho.
Oh my
with her
God. Looks like she's
friend.
on something completely, right?
She's also wearing a shirt, I think, that said what was it? Oh, the struggle is real. Her shirt as she walked in, I'm like, really? You're wearing this?
Oh my God.
Like
the
her and her
struggle
friend
is real, honey.
looking like they were trying to fight. It was crazy. Like super aggressive
They
behavior.
did. They gave off such a bad energy. It was insane how that can get captured through the TV.
Yeah.
And you know, like JWoww is a tough bitch, but I don't think she has anything on this psycho.
And Pauly D said she came into the room trying to play.
I can't even imagine Ronnie banging this girl. Like, how can you be sexually attracted to her? She gives off an energy of murder.
The first episode, you said she was attractive. No,
I think she's pretty.
I don't.
She's psycho bitch pretty. Like, you look at her mugshot and you're like, damn, that bitch is pretty. And then she's in jail running shit, you know. And she's like, she's going to run shit from jail, hopefully. And then Ronnie he'll meet another crazy bitch. But Sammy's just laughing.
I know, right? She's laughing all the way. She probably loves she's not on this shit. They all go out. I just have to comment on Snooki did this top bun situation that looked
I think it's hilarious. I
like
love
a
Snooki.
ridiculous hair. And as she walks out,
God.
the guys just looked at her and they were like, really?
I love how they say stuff to her. They don't just ignore it. That's the best part.
The funniest joke I think they said about the bun was it was like an atomic bomb went off on her head. It literally looked like a mushroom.
I've had people, I mean, I have a lot of hair. You manage your hair well. I've had people I've worked with, like people be like, damn girl, your hair like a peacock on your head. You know, like I'll never forget comments like that. And what am I supposed to do? Or people like, damn, you're not wearing your hair different today. Yeah. I can't see you coming around the corner or something, like, because my hair will bop around. It's funny when you do have a lot of hair like that. I love Snooki and her hair. I think it's adorable. It works for me. It works. I think it's so cute.
No, I hated it.
I think it's adorable.
So when they sit down, Ronnie comes back from the lawyer, and when they tell him that Jen just rolled into the place, his face,
oh my God,
it literally looked like someone who knew that, like, was in prison and knew that the warden was coming back to take them away. Like, he looked afraid. Like,
he looks like a beaten down woman. He scares me.
Battered wife syndrome. I think that's what JWoww said, and that's exactly what it's like. It's crazy.
She scares me. I've never really been. I really can see her in an orange jumpsuit, 100%. Like with like her. She's somehow got her hair blown out. You know, Teresa Giudice
she
style.
Already has,
and she
already has a record. So like she's.
Oh, does she?
Yes, she does.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I mean,
imagine I can imagine. Okay, that fight. Mm-hmm. Now imagine I can see her. It's like, Ronnie, she tried to kill you. She dragged you from a car. That's just not like a bad fight. That's like you could have gotten run over by a car, right?
I mean, it's evident to me that he likes it to some extent, because there has not been one thing that's been too far for either of them.
I can understand some bickering, but this is beyond.
Yeah,
that poor kid. Imagine what goes on and that's in front of cameras.
I know,
oh my God.
I don't really have anything else on Jersey Shore. I think, again, my point is made that Ronnie is the key to this show, because without it would be boring as shit.
Yeah, you're right. They all sit around and talk about that.
Right.
And
that's all they talk about. Yeah. But I mean, I still love that they're back, and I'll watch it, but it's dark. It's real dark.
It's just fun, like, watching them, and then they still are laughing about it almost, though, like when they were saying, like, the song. I can't remember the song they were singing, but something like with a father at the end.
Yes.
So, and I love that they still, even though it's a serious situation, they still make light of it, which I love people like that, because you got to laugh.
Yeah, that's true. The only other show I thought we'd touch on real briefly is the new show on MTV called Mamas.
Oh my God. Was there an epidemic?
In our glorious town of San Diego. So all of these chicks got pregnant together right after high school. So like, was this a pregnancy pack situation? I don't understand what happened. I think it's real.
How did everybody get pregnant? That just doesn't happen in this day and age when they are passing out birth control, like vitamins. I mean, come on.
So
I love the one girl, really pretty, like either Filipino or something like that. She's gorgeous. She's the only one whose voice doesn't drive me crazy.
They all have that super Californian, like, and I was walking.
Oh my God, the blonde girl,
Nicole.
The main girl sitting there, Nicole, at the dinner with her, and she actually said this, "Bae." It's like. No. Bae, no. Like, oh my
Anybody
God, I'll
who
never
uses
say
bae
BAE.
I know.
BAE.
No.
Go jump off the Coronado Bay Bridge,
also,
bitch.
her
like, go fuck yourself. I hate you.
In that same scene, her boyfriend said, she asked if like he thought she'd be a good mom. Mind you, they've been dating for 2 months or something, to his kid, and he goes, well, like a kid is like a branding thing. That's literally what he said. I was like, could you be douchier? Like, he's the type of guy who's in PB Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, just out being a fucking creep.
God.
A kid is a branding thing. I mean, what?
He's disgusting. It's like, go take your Pacific somewhere else. Yeah. I just can't stand it. And those people, how's everybody got kids when they're so young at this age? And then
they're all living with their parents. It's like a terrible
When
situation.
did this all happen? Does this happen a lot? Do a lot of people have kids? Like in San Diego, it seems. And
I would say at my high school, there were definitely like probably a group of like 10 or 12 girls who had a lot of kids like young. But I think that was not intentional. I think that was, honestly, I think a lot of this comes down to like, what is the sex education like in a school? I'm serious. Like, if we're being taught,
they need to be giving out condoms.
Well, it's a lot. I think now they teach abstinence only, right? So a lot of
that's
these
ridiculous.
People, yeah. So there they are. Fucking.
It's like telling a bunch of unneutered puppies to go sit in a place together. We're animals. People want to fuck each other. Give them a condom, and then they don't have to have a baby when they're 21. It's nice because your body bounces right back.
I guess, yeah.
What was my question here? Shit. It's unbelievable.
The only other couple I have to talk about, Chandler, who's the one who's like on the outskirts. Her.
Oh
she's
my
pregnant.
God, I forgot about her.
She's pregnant by a guy, Aaron, who she says is addicted to pharmaceuticals. He gets a DUI during the first episode. He also calls his drugs medication, which it's like, if you're not using it as prescribed, it's a fucking drug, bro. And I just feel so bad for her. She's pregnant. She lives with her mom. She lives on a couch. She's like crying. It's
I know,
obvious.
but and she's honest. She's like, I've made these decisions, and she did. You know,
terrible.
And you shouldn't. She picked a loser dude over her friends who were trying to help her, and she made a shitty decision.
So bad. I mean,
because that guy is not going to get better anytime soon, and it looks like.
I just want to know if they
does not look good.
It sounds like they got pregnant on purpose at the same time, which is fucking
it all
weird.
is really fucking weird. How do they find these people to give them a TV show? Oh, this is what I wanted to say at the beginning. Like, this is like San Diego, where like you just do everything right. Like you meet someone and then you get engaged, or you go to school and get your degree, get engaged, and then you get married, then you have a baby. It's just like, that's what you do, the right thing here. It's like, this isn't the middle of America. This is fucking San Diego.
I know.
This is a very metropolitan, like people are all fucked up here.
Right.
This isn't like Leave It to the Beavers. I have lived at my house for 3 years and none of my neighbors will even talk to me. They all hate me and no one has ever came and gave me a plate of cookies. This is not like do right by everyone.
Right. We're not in freaking Wisconsin or Missouri.
I found it so stupid. It's like you are in space. And I just love the nanny. Like this poor nanny. It's like, bitch is not getting paid enough to watch all you fertile children.
I just also like, if I were like Nicole, for example, the richest one, like her parents obviously have been very successful in life in some way. If my kid got pregnant and now it's 5 years later, they're still living at home with the kid. Like, what have you have failed as a parent? You've failed 100%. Like, that is just a pathetic situation.
A capital F. Failed. Yeah, she's like in she's in like her high school bedroom.
I know,
it's so creepy.
Pathetic.
And then this kid, it's like, it's really her sister, not her kid.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's all. I knew people that had. My friend had a kid. Her mom had a kid when we were in high school. The same situation. It's really weird. Yeah. The show. I do not promote. I do not like. I don't care what anybody says. There shouldn't be shows about teenage suicide, even though maybe it opens up a conversation, but I think it also plants a lot of fucking ideas. Yeah. And you know what? I don't need a teenage pregnancy TV show either. We don't need to glorify that these stupid rich bitches who their parents are enabling them to do bad things and never, like, go to fucking school. Okay, I'll watch your kid. Go to school. Do something with yourself. Go to fucking work. You're not going to sit around and go to bars with your nasty 99-cent T-shirts on. I don't like you.
I think that they actually most of them are not rich. You know what I mean? Like, Nicole's the only one that has money. So it's almost, it's like,
that's why they're glomming under her. They're glomming under her.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like they're living in apartments with their families or with like, just like bad situations.
And then the one with the cute white boyfriend. Yes. That's the girl I like.
Yeah.
Now she is gorgeous. wasting her time with this loser. I just want to shake her and like give her a crystal ball for 10 years later. But like, do not waste your time with this loser.
This is why you don't pick people to be with when you're 17. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just don't. It's a terrible fucking idea. It works out 1 in a million. I know, like, I have one of my parents' friends who got married in high school and are still in love. But most of the time, that shit doesn't work out. You know what I mean? So it's just a fail.
God. And then throw a baby in there.
Ugh,
and then, like,
disaster.
Is he living in that apartment with her? Or
it sounded like no. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm going to keep watching.
And then the mom's
show,
like, let's get married. You know, I will watch it. Yeah, probably. It's in San Diego. Gotta watch it.
Exactly. Maybe this will be our hate watch show. So is
that scripted?
I think it's scripted to a degree. I think it's like
Hills.
The Hills or some shit. Yeah.
Is she an actress or was she really just some girl who got pregnant?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I need to look into her Instagram. I need to deep dive into this bitch.
Do some research. Well, I think that's all I got. How about you? Anything else?
You know, when we're coming on the show, I will keep watching it only because I don't get a sad vibe from it. These girls seem like they love their babies and they're happy with the decisions they've made. Most part, they don't seem like Gina or Emily or like I had never watched the other shows the teenage pregnancy shows, Teenage and Pregnant or whatever it's called, because it seemed like a sad undertone. But this show's kind of fun and glossy or whatever, you know. As long as no kids are falling in the pool, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
It just makes me nervous.
Yeah. All right, so we'll be back.
Yeah, moving on.
So we'll be back later this week to do our Bravo recap. We're going to be talking Married to Med and all the other
God, I got a lot to say about that, folks.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you want to hear it because I do. I do.
And we may have a special episode coming for Below Deck, so stay tuned for that.
Oh my God, folks, you are in for a treat. Geneva pulled off a home run, baby.
We'll see. We'll keep it on the low till it's confirmed.
And if anybody has any shows or questions or anything we've never, haven't touched on,
hit us
shoot
on
us
Twitter.
an email. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so our email, give them our email.
Yeah. Our email is escape2realitypodcast@gmail.com.
And our Twitter is
escape2pod.
And our Instagram is
escape2reality podcast.
Yeah, so
I hope everybody had their notepads out and wrote all those down.
Yeah,
keeps them by their bed at night.
The quiz will be later. We really have to thank everybody who's listened so far. It's amazing to see, like, we're in so many states and places. It's amazing. So please,
thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Having so much fun. And
yeah. We're here for the long haul. You're never gonna get rid of us. So we are on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. But please write us a review on iTunes and YouTube. Write us a review and please subscribe and download. And we appreciate you. And we'll be back.
The deal's still going on. $5 for 5 stars. Send me your address. It's on the way.
The check's in the mail, as they say. But we'll be back later this week.
The quarters are being rolled as we speak.
The quarters are being rolled. Oh, man. All right. Well, everyone, we'll talk to you soon.
Watching Bravo, people. Get ready.
Bravo. Get ready. All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.